Whoa. Wow. Wow. Back again. Hey.
Hey.
With some friends. Hey. He got diamonds. Hey. What's good, everybody? We are back, and let me tell you, this week's a lot better than the last 2 weeks, and let me tell you, there's no fucking Ouija boards in here. You don't have to worry about getting creeped out. I'm not scared today. Don't worry though, the bakery's been blessed. It's already been blessed. It's been reset back with good energy. Yeah, we let all that shit float away. No weird shit's happened at my house, to let y'all know. So we good.
I have not taken any spirits home with me either.
What's up, Sam?
He touched the Ouija board, weird ass. He's weird.
The lady brought, right?
Yeah, she's tight though.
Dog, it was only 100 years old.
Yeah,
Only 100.
With a spirit living in it.
Yeah.
Not this guy. I'm like, bruh, no. You go ahead and keep that over there.
She said she was having like nightmares.
Oh, Laura.
Oh yeah, I know Laura.
Yeah, Laura was here.
I love her.
Yeah, we love Laura
She's
too.
awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a big
Laura.
plan. Big shout out, Laura.
Chronic Sad Girls
Sad Girls Club. If you don't follow her,
We
you know what I'm
need to
saying?
talk to her about other stuff.
Yeah.
That.
Real talk. We had a talk about doing a podcast at her house, and I was like, I think I bit off too much than I could chew that day, because this guy probably is not going in that house with the man in there. Fuck that. Because I be tweaking in my own house sometimes, bro. Now every time, like, just because of those stories, I'm always looking over my shoulder. I hate it. I'm like sleeping, looking in the corners and shit. Like, close your eyes, bro. You good? Hey, stop. Stop.
Scary ass.
We got a full building in this motherfucker today.
Full building.
Oh yes, it's full. Well, it's full over there too. The building is full as fuck. Yeah, but I'm talking about the bakery. The bakery in its own. It's full. We got K-Book. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
I'm stoned. That
happy
Mac.
I'm back. We all
Yeah. 10 minutes of just just stoning. Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Cheese and rice.
Cheese and rice. I'm sorry.
Cheese and rice.
We got Jefro in the building. How you doing, man? Long
Happy I'm
time.
here.
Man, me too. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
It was fun.
But it's the
Last
right
time we
time.
met, it was we were over at the what was that event that we were at?
Our party.
The party you guys did, the birthday,
It was our 1 year anniversary.
and we got to get
That
the big
shit
old
was
raw,
tight. Oh yeah.
the big raw.
Yeah, the
blow-up
big
things.
blow up.
Yeah,
That was
cool.
great. That was a great time, man. Your table was awesome. It was booming.
A lot of good people there.
Yeah, and you did a lot. Like you gave out a lot of information that I think was very valuable. People were able to see a different side of the plant, other than, hey, you get high off of it. There's other side effects to what this plant can do, and you provided a lot of valuable information that day. And your table was popping. I ain't gonna lie. You had the lights and shit. I was like, okay, Jeffro came to show out. I fuck with him. But I've seen you at events before that, man, and it's just always good spirit. So glad to have you.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be on, especially with everybody in the house. You guys are all dope.
Oh yeah, it's about to get crazy, man. That little 10-minute, that was just a sneak peek. We're about to get fucked up. Chris brought his travel bag.
Oh my God.
We got everything. We got everything just going on. Chris is in the building. Chris isn't a stranger. What's up, Chris?
What's going on? How's everybody doing?
It's good, man. It's been a
Always
while.
bringing us goodies.
Always. Bro, I just brought some Mac. That's why if y'all hear me and I get a little jumbled with my words, I promise you it's not me. It's the weed. We just hit some Mac. Good God, I wish. Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
about
we
to
got
get
a-
yeah.
fired.
Hold up.
fresh one right
Let's
there.
take a moment of silence for K-Boog's lungs right now.
Let's go. Oh my God.
Alan,
That shit's fire, huh,
the
boy?
flavor, man.
Jeez Louise. You're very taking girl hits, though.
I'm not.
Chris has
I'm
smacked
trying
it
to be
harder
a-
than you.
I'm trying to be able to.
You know
talk
what?
Here.
I'm gonna get a little taste this time. I won't blow my head off.
It is some fire though, for sure, man.
I read somewhere your lungs can only absorb so much THC in one hit.
Oh man.
Well, I'm trying to get all the absorption. But on another
That's
note,
some good shit for Royal.
I can't lie, that flavor is something different, bro.
Yeah, dude.
It's out of
That's
this
what's
world.
up.
That's Vegas for you, man. They
Probably like 80 and 8th though.
Yeah.
What's the percent?
Oh shit.
When I was traveling up the coast, we hit Oregon. We had 37%.
37.
Really?
Yep.
Up in the triangle.
I think the highest that I've smoked is like 28 or 29. I think somebody told me that they gave me something that was 30, but like I always round down from whatever they tell me.
Yeah.
It's between this and this. All right, so it's probably the low end.
Yeah. I mean, flower. It's hard to tell sometimes, man.
That shit's not. When you see it,
That's
you're like,
fire.
that's the one.
God.
Like my feet are already. You know when you get high and it feels like you're walking on clouds.
Yeah.
Like my feet are already on clouds and I'm sitting down.
To me, the taste
That's a nice
is what
joint.
really
Let's do it.
Can I-
of that
What-
You know what's neat about this?
fire.
The reason why it's so good is because it's how it's farmed.
Mm-hmm.
It really comes down to the soil.
Yeah.
It comes down to the farmer, right?
Yeah.
And what they're gonna use as far as their how they're gonna manage their soil.
Well, you have some knowledge on behind that, right?
A little bit.
Okay, we'll break-
Yeah, later on.
Yeah, we'll get it.
But I just saw when I was looking at this, I thought it was cool because I've been learning about farming a lot,
Yeah.
and it says no-till living. That means that when you don't till it, your bacteria stays within, within the soil.
Yeah.
And then you do top seeding and all that. I'll get to it later. But,
Okay.
but when I saw that, I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
that means it's really good because you're really getting
Some
a lot
science.
more quality in this than you are with just going out to a guy that's tilling
Yeah.
and you're not getting all the
I
nutrients.
can definitely taste and feel the quality.
That's what
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
And
God.
even now, after I passed it already, I still taste it.
It's
I felt-
crazy, huh?
I haven't even
Even-
taken a drink.
Yeah.
I know. I don't want
I
to.
don't want. I was.
I don't want to take a
You heard me,
drink.
I was
Yeah,
supposed to say, Tom, I
it's
was like,
so
oh,
good,
you just
dude.
said it.
It's
Yeah,
so
it was
good.
dope. It was dope.
La-
That's the
but-
fire right there.
But last but not least, we got Carissa from Pura in the building. How are you today?
I'm doing good,
Man.
especially after all of this buffet this morning.
Jeez, like I don't think you guys understand the spread we have here. It is a real ass spread. Like we got blunts, we got joints, we got rubs, we got fucking already weed that's grinded up. If you need to roll a joint, we got a joint stuffer, we got pens, we got dabs. Jeez Louise,
Yeah.
what else do you need?
We got it all.
And we got great people.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna be testing some of Pure's products out today, along with Jefro's and everything else we got going on. But before we do, let's break on into everybody's week. I think it's been like 2 weeks since we've actually recorded.
It's been a minute since we've been in
What's
here
up,
recording.
Chef Mark?
Yeah.
Last weekend we were not.
How was your week?
My week
Weeks.
was okay. My weeks were okay. Work's been busy because we're switching over to this new system, but once the switchover is done, it should make everything a lot easier, which is cool. Other than that, I mean, we'd gone to that vaping party, that Halloween
Oh,
party.
yeah, that was pretty dope.
Was that last Friday?
I think it was Friday.
Yeah, last Friday night.
That shit was tight.
Yeah, it was cool. They had a nice spread, some medicated food, some
Yeah,
shatter,
that's all
butter.
I think it was tight.
yeah.
I was out there faded, boy.
Before you got there, they were making like the drinks with the syrup.
Oh man,
Yeah, they ran out of that quick.
I bet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
I like that stuff too.
yeah, it was a good time. I mean, I think chilling on that rooftop at that hotel. What is it? The
Clarendon.
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 Yeah.
That is a cool spot. Like, I really like their 420 party there too, but just, I don't know. It wasn't hot, so it was nice to just sit outside and be able to sit on the couch and smoke and hang out with people, and yeah, it was cool.
A lot of familiar faces.
Yeah.
It was dope.
Other than that, I fired my doctor and I have an appointment with a different doctor in December. Well, I mean, we'll see, man. I'm to the point now where I have literally gotten to the point where I don't trust any doctors. Like I used to be like, oh, well, the doctor told me, so it must be right. Now it's like, well, the doctor told me, so now I got to do my own research and see if they have any
Conspiracy,
idea
bro.
what they're fucking talking about.
conspiracy.
You gotta stay natural and go with the natural doctors.
Well, I mean, it's a broken bone in my foot that's re-healed wrong back together.
Yeah, so they had to re-break it?
So I'm gonna have to get surgery to get it realigned.
Yeah,
But
cool.
the question, the complication with that is because of my diabetes. Because of the diabetes, that my A1C level is up too high because I haven't been really on top of it, and I need to bring that down before they'll do the surgery.
It sounds like all of us have a little internal stuff we have to work on.
There's
And
always,
that's part of
there's
life,
always
right?
something. And I mean,
But you realize that you have that, so at least you recognize it, and that's the number one thing, in my opinion. You're not running away from it. You see it, so you got to get a solution together with your wife.
Yeah.
That's
So, you know,
teamwork, man.
it is what it is. It's just, it's so frustrating when you're going to people that are supposed to be the expert, and you're supposed to be able to, like, take what they say and be like, all right, cool. I shouldn't have to go to then another second or third doctor to get a second opinion.
Are you still suing them?
Well, I still need to. That's the urgent care. That's the urgent care that did the first.
He was going
X-ray.
off on his text. I was like, get that money, brother. Get that money, brother.
I mean,
we can get our own studio.
Go ahead, Jason.
Hey,
Get the
man.
bag. Fill the
I've
bag
never-
up, boy.
They x-rayed me in December and told me there was no break in my
shit.
foot, and that it was a sprained ankle. So I walked around on it for 10 more months
did
before
that,
getting
yeah.
it checked out again. And then I found out that I had multiple breaks in my foot and ankle.
So you have the same exact case as my son Keaton when he broke his foot and went to the urgent care. They did the same thing. They x-rayed it. She said it was a high sprain. So he walked on it for 3 months or 2 months and made it worse. And he's in a growth bone stage. He's young. So it's the same thing like you. You're going through that at an older age with a wife to be able to support you on that. We're with a kid that's in a wrestling right now, and he's the captain of the wrestling team. He's got to go out there and perform again.
Beating ass.
You know, yeah, but he had a broken bone and 3 points in his foot that they didn't even see. The first thing in urgent care.
Bro,
at
the foot's
hospital.
ass. I tore my Achilles. That shit's
Sucks.
ass. Jeffro, how does a week look like for you? Like, I see you're very busy. I mean, you got a lot. You got a lot of shit going on just from what you brought in here. So, what is a typical week for you look like?
My week basically would be making sure all the orders get made and ready to go and out the door. That I have all the proper products that I order, that I specifically try to get, really good quality, USDA grade. So then I'll make my products and prep up, make sure all the orders are done, go check out the website. I've been working with a bunch of different groups right now to do events. The Unexpected Art Gallery, I've been helping her out. Julie there.
Unexpected, isn't that Andy?
That place is cool. They have like the studio, like
gonna be cooler, I like
the
that.
video and photography studios on the one side.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I went there when they first opened. I used to do volunteer photography for ArtLink, who does a lot of the First Friday stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that was one of the first places that like I went into and was like, oh, this isn't just a room with a bunch of art hanging up. It was like a cool space. And there we go. My mic has been cutting in and out.
I know that's.
All right, that's why. Sorry, my
No,
bad.
you're good. I've been trying to just signal it without telling you.
Anyway, so I went in there and the first, like, to get into something a little creepy,
Oh man.
the first
That
thing
we
I
left
found
out,
out there is I went upstairs and we were talking to these people, and apparently there's a ghost in that place. Have you heard of this?
Like,
I built a haunted house at the Halloween Fest. I built the whole thing with 5 people. They said, finish it up. Everyone ran off, and I'm like, we got this. We started going, and we built the walls with the that cobweb shit, and we built them for the walk path.
That's
Because
awesome.
they wouldn't let us put any walls up because of fire safety shit.
Fire codes.
So I said, let's just use this shit.
That
and throw it up. And
that
it
web
turned
is
out-
a fire code. You
Dude,
get
it
trapped
was
in
so-
that shit.
We had like 12 people in there, volunteers that were scared, 6, or it kind of fluctuated. Whoever wanted to stay and scare people, like, hey, I want to go up and scare. They'd run up the stairs and they would go and scare the people up there for the event. So it was pretty funny.
That's tight.
So but yeah, so right now she's got some electrical issues, lighting issues, and I was a contractor. I stopped doing electrical, but when I saw the issue she was having and seeing people play with that stuff and there's wires loose, I wanted to make sure that we made it safe. So I went back, I went and fixed everything for her real quick just to help her out, and then she asked if I would go and help her with the lighting and stuff for the parking lot, and and so I'm trying to contribute to that, and without any expectations, of course. And then she was nice enough to send me some money for consulting and helping her get everything organized and fixed up right now. And now we're there fixing stuff for her to help her event.
That's awesome.
For the CIA event for for Jim. So Jim's there with the Earl Cup and Blake and his sister, and so I'm there in my week. I'm there trying to go over her. I drew her entire place out, and then I gave it to her, and I took pictures of what I thought she needed to fix, and I wrote everything out, and I took pictures and I sent it to everybody. So I kind of I like to interject and help people with things. That's why I went away for a little bit, man. I traveled up the coast, to go see what's going on with farming. What is really going on with farming? And I really want to see the hurt that the farmer's going through, because I was wholesaling for a company called American Impact Equity, and my partner passed away. And we shut all that down, and then I got called, in July to start doing this again, and I started going off on wholesaling that hemp and stuff, and I was like, well, we can find out why these prices fluctuate and what's going on by going to the farmers and seeing what's wrong with the farms, and then get into that basis. And then once I came back, I got to open up the Hemp for Warriors project and try to help veterans in farming, and that's really what I want to do, and get communities across and integrate a civilian, if you will, to a veteran and let them kind of farm together. And so I've been building that throughout the week on MOUs and setting up contracts with farmers right now to get our first farm. We might be in Levine, so we're trying to work that contract out right now.
Okay.
So then I'm getting ready to go see Sal Ruiz down in their farm. I think they did 4 acres, and they have 38. So they want to test it this time, not to go too much with investing, because you guys know how the industry is right now. You got to be careful. And so I thought that was smart that they set that path, and they did 4 acres to be safe.
That's it.
And he just said that it's greed. There's always greed in our industry, and that's our problem. It's our community could be so much stronger if we were like my bro right here. I've been around these guys here in this industry for a long time that support me through the hardest things I've ever been in my life.
For real.
So I'm a disabled combat action vet. I just found out that I'm in a book through my captain that was in Somalia, Operation Restore Hope. He wrote about it, and it's coming out in March, and I thought that was freaking cool.
That's awesome.
I was the point man in that. So you have to go back and remember everything you did and why.
A little late.
So why are we going out there serving and do what we do? What's up? Oh shit.
No, my to kind of on that, my grandfather.
And you're a vet too. So thank you.
I was in the reserves. I
Still serve.
saw no action whatsoever. I did graduate basic training on September 13th. My parents were supposed to fly out and see me on September 11th. Didn't quite make it, but I didn't see any action. It is what it is. I was able to pay for school.
What did I do? Did I go the wrong way?
I'm
so freaking
That's
high.
that shit.
Cross pass.
That's what
I was
happens.
like,
My bad.
it's me again.
That's what happened.
I was like, hey, Kyle.
But,
hit a weed. Shit. Hit a weed.
Well, Jeffro, we get a little more into your story and your missions, because I'm really intrigued to see what you got going and actually what you've worked on. Because this is huge, man.
Well, it crosses every path that I brought to the table now aligned. So I'm working with my buddy through another company, independent, and we're selling Soil Balance Pro, and that is another thing that I'm in. So everything that I'm working on is a path for it to. They've been around so long, they have a very strong reputation, and everything they've done is proven.
Yeah.
So now I get a piece of that. I go help, and my very first thing I did was to a farm out in Rochester, New York.
Okay.
And he's a veteran farmer, VCCF. So
nice.
I'll talk to you guys about that later and how they're tying their nonprofit to our nonprofit, and then we just now tied with we're aligning right now with collaborative agreements with ohopcharity.org. these are like huge deals right now because we're getting ready to do an event on November 27th with the Suns and the Wizards game.
Oh,
and
shit.
so they invited us out to collaborate and go out as a rep, as a creative drill sergeant's nonprofit, and show them the path on hemp that we're trying to lay out for veterans to heal and stop this suicide. Give them something to do.
That's fantastic.
Stop setting them back and holding them back as homeless. Let's help the homeless out. And then we bring the homeless back, not just a homeless vet, though. Everyone keeps on wanting to isolate, like our industry right now, and all these damn events going on with people not collaborating together in love and harmony. So if we find that same path right now and we give it together, we can all align right now with farming and learning and stuff. So that's why I'm tying myself. Now I can get merchant financing now. I have that availability because I signed an independent contract for that. Why?
Hey.
Because nobody has it, and I do. So now if I have that piece, I can help everybody here right now in another way.
There you
So
go, bro.
if you can get a piece of every little thing and not be greedy and just say, just give me a little piece. So I think that's the best way that we can communicate without being greedy. And then understand that you're going to get a little bit of that. Now I can take that money and put it right into the farm. Then I get donations coming into our farm. When we set all this up right now, it's already up, but we're working on that. That's part of what I do for my week. So plus, my son started wrestling again, so I'm getting ready to go. You can come out if you guys want to see a wrestling match. Anyways, he's getting ready to start that. They just started practice, so I've got
That's tight.
I'm starting to focus on the family side with that.
Yeah, no, you
Bounce
need that
back.
good time
And
with
it's
the
been
fam.
real struggle. So I've been going through some shit, and
Yeah.
now it's if I wouldn't have gone through that, I wouldn't have a chance to do the things I'm doing right now that
Oh,
are
yeah.
just unheard of. No one's doing this. And this is what we need. We need people to be creative. And this is because they worked with me and my company. This is the Buddha Box dudes that Troy and Chandler. And they came up with a hemp furniture polish. So it's another thing that I'm just saying that we can all learn about. It's like, how do you make that? And now I know how to make that.
Wow.
So we want to do a DIY program, and you guys can come out too. Pura can come out. You can come out. We can all have a good time and come together in a DIY program where you can expose who you are and what is your mission.
Yeah.
At a DIY program that no one's ever done. I've already collaborated with a bunch of people to help out and see if they'll work with me. Earl Cup jumped on and said he'll help. I've got others that are coming on board right now that jump on board in March. I'm trying to set it up for. We might do it at the Unexpected Art Gallery like we talked about. Give Julia the love because she's a Marine and I'm a Marine, so we're brother and
Yeah.
sisters.
All right.
That's why I give my heart to her.
Fuck yeah.
Where does this go?
That away.
When in doubt, to the left.
Which
Right.
we do.
my bad.
No,
well,
you're good, brother.
We do sometimes get things spin in both directions.
Yeah,
so
that happens.
It is a valid question.
That happened.
So you see the mission.
Yeah, I
that
see
part
it.
of
Thank you for the insight on the week. I'm not even kidding, bro. When we get into everything else, I'm really excited because for a while we've kind of been searching for a way to help veterans out as well. You know, we've
That's awesome.
put together programs, but they've never really fallen through. So
we need help in our program. To be honest with you guys, we have a lot of different things we offer in the program. We'll talk about later with what we're trying to strategize and get our facility back on track. And maybe it helps everybody to come together again.
Even just work on one project, collaborating is like why
That's
make
it. We have only 3 missions in our nonprofit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So we
Yeah.
already have our objectives set and everything's planned out. PLAN. You know, so
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty
Nice cones, by the way.
yes.
Yeah.
Right.
That is the
Burning
Jeffro.
Chris. Last time I saw Chris, he was headed to Vegas.
And
For
he
the
came
first
back
time.
with this fire.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's when you got this,
That's
huh?
when I got all of this.
You gave me that was like a couple weeks ago because you gave me the diamonds that time.
Yeah, I gave you the diamonds, and then I went to Vegas, picked up some flour, picked up some rosin, some sugar wax, edibles.
We got all that, huh?
How you doing?
Okay, let's have some fun. How was Vegas? How was your first time in Vegas?
That was your first time in Vegas?
First time.
Oh, wow.
I went by myself. It was crazy. I was like,
Bruh, he said I'm going to Vegas. I was like, with who? Oh, nobody.
I have had some, like, I haven't been to Vegas a bunch, but some of my favorite memories from Vegas were nights where I ended up by myself for like hours upon hours, just completely by myself. And those are some of the most fun times I've ever had
You
in
meet
Vegas.
so many people. It's crazy how many people are just up, out, walking,
Tweaking, drunken,
talking.
driving.
Yeah. I went to Old Vegas.
Oh man.
I got lost. I smoked a joint of UK Chiefs, and then fucking next thing you know, 2 hours later, I'm like, damn, where did I park at? And it was like 2 a.m. So people are still walking around gambling. They had a concert going on too at that time.
At 2?
Yeah.
And when you're in those casinos, you have no idea what time it is.
No
That's
idea.
crazy.
No, I would literally. There was a point where I was like, I cannot look lost right now. Because like, this is just getting nuts. So many characters. It was a fun time. It was a full moon too, which was
That explains
intense.
everything.
Yeah,
That
it was
explains
intense. It was
everything.
like, yeah.
Your energy brought it back, though. I'll tell you that. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's,
awesome.
that's some good. That's some
Right.
fire.
But it was
This is
crazy. I
beautiful.
got in a car
What is
accident
that,
recently.
velvet?
Shit. Car's totaled.
Oh
but
shit!
Working
What?
on a new car.
Your car? You got in a wreck?
Yeah, no fault. No fault. Just someone was pulling into this plaza. Someone hit them from behind, and then they ran into my car. So
you're good.
no, I'm good.
But
Yeah.
you're looking for
And you're
that.
not hurt.
Hey, so what
No.
what
And that's
you
what's
gonna get?
important.
He's gonna go for a Jeep or a Forerunner. I brought up Forerunner, and he's like, "Hey," he's like, "That was the other one." He said, "The good car." I'm like, "Dude, I wanted a Forerunner for so long.
Yeah.
Since I got in Arizona in 1996, my buddy had a Forerunner, and we took that son of a bitch through that. When that river was open, the Salt River used to be opened up.
Oh,
there
shit.
were no gates up. We used to run that shit, and it was an awesome time. That Forerunner went through everything.
Wow.
So, just saying.
So I mean,
I had
something
the Jeep.
bigger.
My
'cause
Jeep
I'm
broke.
just like, damn.
My Jeep broke.
I need a whip.
I lost my exhaust,
I
launched
need a
it off of
license.
whatever. It was pretty bad, but point being, go for the Forerunner, brother.
Forerunner.
Anybody want the last
my
little
friend has a Forerunner, so
hoorah?
it's a pretty
I will
good car.
definitely.
What do you
Well, I'm
think?
glad you're
What
okay,
would you
dude.
get?
Yeah, man. I go see a chiropractor. You know, this and that.
What would you get, Carissa?
I would get a Jeep, but I'm looking for a new car too, and I've been looking at Jeeps.
What do you think so far? Your opinion for him, because he's looking for a Jeep too.
Yeah, get a Forerunner.
Why?
Yeah, 'cause
Why?
I like Japanese cars.
Oh, okay.
Cause I'm a Honda girl. I have a Honda Fit.
Hondas are awesome.
I had a Honda. Hondas is fucking.
Hondas
I had to
are-
get the Honda
they
because,
last.
Yeah,
The
that's
Honda
what I
Accord,
want.
dude.
Longevity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had an
love
Accord for
Hondas.
like 10
That's-
years.
I think the only thing that
like,
sucks
years.
is
the
changing the
smaller
Like
brakes.
seats.
100,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
Only thing that
Like-
sucks is changing the brakes. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I had a
They're not that hard.
bruh.
I'm beating it with a hammer. I was
What
like,
the
oh,
fuck?
no.
YouTube said.
You're supposed to twist it. I'm like,
Oh shit! Yeah. What the fuck am I? What have I been doing this whole
I did
time?
that wrong, man. I killed it.
That's crazy.
So you're gonna get what now? What do you think?
I don't know. I want a Honda. I'm looking at CRVs or a RAV4, like a small SUV. So
Rav's
that's
cool. They're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just got a GMC Terrain, and I like that.
What is that?
Congratulations.
What is it?
It's like the size of like
Colorado?
a RAV4.
Okay.
No, it's small.
Like a Jeep Cherokee.
It's got a 4-cylinder.
Cherokee.
So it's like the mini.
Is it a four-wheel
SUV.
drive though?
No, it's just front.
Oh, okay. I
It's
don't know.
It's basic.
It looks like an SUV, but
Drives
it's-
like a-
It's a.
Drives like a luxury car.
But it's dope. I like it.
Yeah, I told him, bro, we gotta take a trip up north in this motherfucker.
Yeah,
It's roomy.
It's got room.
Yeah.
It's
got
roomy. We can kick back, smoke something, drive, or not smoke while we're driving. We'll pull over and smoke. Smoke and then enjoy the scenery. There's that one stop on the I-17, that truck stop, bro.
The site.
And then when you go up through the mountains
Yeah.
from
Bloody,
Sedona through
what's it called?
Flagstaff,
Bloody something road.
I don't
Bloody
know.
Mason.
Bloody Mason, yeah,
Yeah.
and go over the fucking bridge. That's
Oh,
like
dude,
terrifying.
I went one time.
Do
We
we
got
wanna
stuck
get
for
this
5 hours out there on
What do you
that
wanna
17, right by that place there, and
Well,
There's stuff in there.
truck
I
flipped.
don't
The
know.
trailer flipped.
if
Oh,
you
that's
just park
scary.
it, we can.
Everyone was
we can
okay,
all
but the
that
trailer,
stuff
the kids were in it, and it turned, and it flipped, and it was split open, and everyone was sitting outside with
Bruh.
the cops. It was crazy.
I don't hear no.
And they made a little path around it.
I don't hear no more crazy stories. That's that's my biggest fear, bro. Car accidents. I hate it.
Me too.
I got like Carophobia. I just made that up.
I just got it. What
Yeah.
the fuck? It's like I'm driving. I'm like, I wonder if it's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
Is it gonna happen?
'Cause you never
Like,
know.
You never fucking know. That's so true.
And I think about it like the number of, like, as much as I've driven and as many car accidents as I've seen in Phoenix, it almost feels like it's only a matter of time before somebody's gonna hit you, at the very least.
Hey, stop, bro.
I don't know.
Stop.
That's what I said. Stop.
Stop, bro.
Get it?
Knock on wood, bro. Knock
Stop.
on this good luck buddy's box.
Hey, buddy.
There you go.
All right.
I will give
Rissa.
that a
Don't tell-
We got one more. Well, we got two. My shit wasn't too exciting, so we'll skip me.
I've been going to school and working.
Literally.
I feel you, man.
I
That's
did
what
have
it
some
is.
beef. I did have some beef I have to tell you about, but we'll let Carissa get
Leave the beef
into
in the
what's a
refrigerator.
week for you look like? Because not only do you
Yeah.
represent Pura,
Right.
what else do you do?
I also do hair.
Look at you.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah, my salon is really close. Actually, it's on 24th Street, just north of Osborne.
Okay.
So it's like right up the street from where we are right now.
What's it called?
It's called Salon 24.
Hey.
Oh, that's dope.
Do y'all just do ladies?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't have a barber.
Okay.
It's all just cosmetologists.
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds
means
like really
girls' hair.
girly stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
They do like makeup and nails and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
dope.
Yeah, we got it all over
Okay.
there. So I fit in my clients around my Pura schedule, and so I just recently got promoted.
Okay, hold up. I got something special.
So my role now is lead brand ambassador. So I get to go out to dispensaries and host when we have our specials on our products and tell people about how our products are made and all of that kind of stuff. So I do probably like 4 to 5 events a week.
Oh man.
So I drive around a lot too.
That's dope.
But it's fun because I get to see all the dispensaries and I get to meet all the bud tenders and I have friends and homies at all of them and
That's just like a
Oh,
big
I bet-
chill session.
yeah.
But I bet you
yeah.
get a lot of knowledge too.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you get to hear like I went to the farms, and I
Mhm.
know you've probably been to farms as well.
Yeah.
And all of us, I think. But what do you think inside of that line that you felt that there's a lot of information you get from these the industry leaders that I call, because I think
Yeah.
bud tenders are the leaders
Oh, heck
because
yeah.
they're the ones that contain the information
Sure.
that we need most.
Oh, heck yeah. That's
So-
what I always tell patients is ask your bud tenders as much as they know. Pick their
Yeah.
brain. Because they're the smartest people. I have a lot of information related to Pura. Your bud tenders have a lot of information related to every single brand that's on their shelf. And if the good ones will know. So you have to find, I always call them the superstar bud tender. There's always one at every dispensary, the one with the biggest personality, the one that's willing to go the extra mile to find the product that will help your problem.
I agree.
So
That
I
is
love
awesome.
bud tenders. They are my favorite people.
Nice
Yeah.
to meet you.
Officially.
Yeah, so
Welcome.
so I give my little spiel about Pura to everybody while I'm at the dispensaries, and just recently with my promotion, I've been able to spend a lot more time with Jordan and Beezy one-on-one. Shout out Jordan and
Jordan and Beezy.
Hell
The
yeah.
homies.
Power team.
I fuck
at
with them,
Pura.
man.
Yeah. So
Really got a lot of love for them.
Yeah, so this week I was really lucky that I was able to spend a lot of time with both of them. And I really got to, I don't like tobacco, but thank you.
Oh, no problem.
So
More for
I'm just always impressed with BZ. I got to see her do like her sales thing for Sunday Goods. They're opening a new dispensary.
Bruh.
So
I
we're
love
trying to
Sunday
get in there.
Goods.
Yeah, so do we. And their concept is going to be pretty awesome. It's going to be following in line with their e-commerce brand, which is like, I don't know, it just looks really slick and cool, and I don't know, I like it. It's modern. But anyway,
it works
so
for you.
yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that location
Sounds really
over there
cool.
by the Sprouts?
Yes,
Yeah.
on
okay.
Glendale and 16th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think it's gonna
They
be
need some
dope,
heavy
and hopefully
hitters.
we're gonna get Pura in there. But right
That's
now, you
awesome.
can get you can order online from Sunday Goods and get Pura delivered to your house. So
What?
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. If you've never used Sunday Goods before, it's a website. It's super dope. You can literally order it online, put your med information on there, and someone will bring it to your house.
So you have a secure access, right? So you can make sure that.
Well, they, I think you pay cash. I think you just pay cash when they
Cash
get there.
on
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Cash on delivery.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So it's dope.
So
Don't forget to tip the driver.
Yeah, but they're also opening a standalone store, and so we're trying to get in there too. So that's what I was witnessing, and it was
Yeah.
dope. They're awesome. They're amazing.
You soak up so much knowledge in something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can apply
Yeah.
it to your fucking salon too.
Yeah, no, I've just learned so much in this industry, and like I said, the bud tenders are your friends. They just are the ones that know, because, like, we went to Green Farms to do a bud tender training, and that was freaking awesome to watch, and I'm gonna learn how to do that.
wow, that's cool.
So, like I said, your bud tenders know it all. Brands
Mhm.
go out and try to inform them, because the good
It's
brands
important.
know what's in their product, and
There's been a lot of
more.
scares going around
Yeah,
too.
yeah, that's another thing. We've been dealing a little bit about that vape thing, but we just stand 100% behind our oil. It's clean as heck.
And that's what we got today.
Yeah, that's what we got today. I brought the raw cart, and we
Segue.
literally
That was
just
really
made
good.
this to show off.
Good
It's
job. Good
called-
job.
Per usual.
Yeah.
Per
It's,
usual.
it
Thank
says
you.
on the cartridge, raw, uncut, Pura distillate. So it's literally our distillate, and it's clean. We want everyone to see and taste how clean it is. So
So let me
we
give
got
it a
in the
shot.
cart. Yeah.
Again.
Again.
I mean, we had it tested earlier.
This time I'll just take a test dab.
But yeah, I love our vapes. That's gonna be the most discreet one, because it doesn't smell or
Not at
taste like
all.
anything. And I don't know. I mean, if you had to park your vehicle in a parking lot before your event at a dispensary and hit that, your car won't smell like weed at all. So.
I can.
That's good to know.
Fuck.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
He needs some milk.
Bruh.
He dying.
Bruh.
Bruh.
I gotta tell you. So, it's very earthy.
There's no.
Yeah.
It's very earthy.
Damn, I-
Yeah, so
I
raw
guess
means
a
no
lot
terpenes.
Yeah.
It's just our distillate. We put a little bit of CBD back in all of our carts.
Yeah.
So that has a little bit of CBD in it.
That shit hits instantly. Instantly.
We believe
Wow.
in the entourage effect, so all of our we keep a pretty broad cannabinoid profile on our distillate. We
Right.
don't distill out everything. It's not just THC.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That, ladies and gentlemen, if you want that cart that does the job, bruh,
Job.
Yeah.
that's the one. On
That's
God.
literally the job card.
On God.
So again, like what I said about your bud tenders, where we sell Pura, tell your bud tenders you want the raw cart.
Tell them.
Everybody tell them.
Raw
Tell
card.
them.
Right now you can go to the Good Dispensary in Mesa and pick one up.
Ooh.
Well, I think it's really cool that you guys are coming up with this, because we are going through some issues. I work with other companies right now, and we understand what it's like to pull product.
Yeah.
And the cost of it, you're losing. My buddies just now took 700 carts off because they had it tested 3 times to verify their products, and they weren't willing to sell any of it when they got it done. So they took all the product before they delivered it, and now they're destroying it all
Wow.
and disposing it properly. And I think that when you guys come with this product with quality, like you guys always have, because again, I worked with Janice a long time ago and making our product for at the time it was Jefro Kush cream.
Mm-hmm.
And it was unique because you guys always had real high quality, and I
Yeah.
took that same path with mine. So I
Yeah.
think you guys, because that helped my path grow to your integrity to your product that I was given from
Yeah.
What a universe.
That angle is what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
And here
well,
we
and-
sit again. Like, and it's crazy.
Yeah, and then
What a
another
universe,
thing,
right?
It is
Well,
so
and then
crazy.
another
You
thing
had
that
no
said
idea that
earlier-
Pura was going to be here. This was a
Right.
last minute.
I just got a text from, whatever.
Yeah.
It's
So,
kind of funny how it all comes around. You know?
This is
but
dope.
no, because something else that you were saying, I was really struck by, because we really have that DIY principle in our Pura brand, because we've always had our raw distillate available for consumers to buy. It was just in syringe form, and that's intimidating to people because people don't know what to do with it.
I understand.
Bake.
It's knowledge, and
Yeah.
what you're doing now is educating, like you would do if, like, I'm using RSO right now for my turmeric.
Yeah.
And my buddy Jay gave me two of the they're like $600 a piece for these 10 milligram things I'm using right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
God damn.
so, but it's now then my other buddy Joe showed me how are you going to take it and how and what increments. So it's to each your own. Everyone
Right.
doses, but what is the information you're going to give that will give the knowledge to the people, and that's all. And you're on the
Right.
you're already with the bud tenders telling them,
Yeah.
hey, you're educating your product. Well, I need that too.
Yeah.
But you know.
Well, and that's why we have our events. And if you follow Pura Earth AZ on Instagram, we post up all our events. I'll be there. I know the answers to all of that.
Hell yeah.
We, like I said, we like to do that DIY. That's why we have our distillate syringes. You can eat it. You can use it to bake. You can dab it. You can, I guess, if you want to like put it in a blunt and smoke it, you could.
Yep.
Sure
can.
It
Well,
doesn't,
Sure
taste, it doesn't taste like anything. It's clean. It's
Unless you get the
it's
flavored
really,
one.
really good medicine. And so then we have our cards that they do have the terps, and we have all different strains and all that kind of stuff, and everybody
up?
loves them.
we perfect's on right now.
And we also have the two different types of RSO.
Hell
So we
yeah.
have pure THC full spectrum RSO, and we have one that's cut with CBD distillate, so it's half and half.
Wow.
Cool.
So it's like it doesn't come out exactly to a 1-to-1, even though it's like 1 part RSO to 1 part CBD because of the content or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, can I say something on CBD when you say it like? I think we're having a stigma issue in our industry right now, and I'm gonna say it. Why is that? Well,
yeah, let's
you
hear
say
it.
CBD, and we're isolating that to CBD to like an isolate, as in one marble.
Yeah.
But you have 200 marbles, so
Yeah.
we have 3 types. We have full spectrum legal. We have broad spectrum, which is 200 marbles would be full spectrum. Our 198 marbles would be what? The broad spectrum. The broad spectrum takes out the THCA and the delta. So, and then an isolate's only 1.
Yeah.
So when we say we're going to give somebody CBD, are you just saying you're going to give them just the CBD as an isolate, or are we saying CBD as actually hemp?
Right.
It's in a broad spectrum form or a full spectrum form.
Right.
Then I understand personally, because I deal with it in bulk, so I have to know these to be able to give the answers back to our clients. You know, they're asking for whatever their needs are.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure we have the proper information. So I'm only asking that not to be in any way to translate that as rude. It's it's about educating. Are you saying CBD so we can tell the people that are out there at the market now? They don't know what the hell they're looking at.
Yeah.
And then they're getting shitty products right now.
Yeah.
I
for sure.
I promise.
I saw a meme one time, and it was like 2 weed leaves walking together, and one said CBD and one said THC.
Yeah.
And THC said to CBD, I need to talk to your marketing guy. I think that's 100% true, because people will come up to me in a freaking dispensary and ask me, is this CBD? And I'm just like, no, you're in a dispensary. Like, this is all THC except for this one thing. But the reason we included it was actually really specific. Breast cancer
there you go.
tumors react better when there is CBD involved.
Okay.
According to research that I don't know, but this is something that I'm just passing the information that I've heard.
There you go.
So this is, that's why we included it in our line.
It's beneficial as fuck.
And like I said, we like the DIY. People need to find their dose. It's scary. It's weird to have to experiment with yourself, but it touches again on this medical situation in this country. That it sucks as patients that we have to figure out how to dose ourselves. But We have to figure it out.
It's just weed.
So we put in the syringe. Yeah, but you know.
Overdose
people,
one time,
yes,
then you'll know.
Yes, people overdose. People overdose. People overdose.
You
and
just
it's scary
trip out
and
for
it
like
sucks.
an
Yeah.
hour. You're like, oh my God, I'm gonna die.
You know what? That's another thing. Okay, so
Hold
this
on.
week, BZ told us a story of she overdosed on her RSO. The first time she ever took it, she took the whole syringe.
Oh my God.
So everybody listening today, do not take a whole syringe of RSO. You will freak out.
Yeah.
Okay, I will listen now. Please, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was driving home. Jay just gave me this thing, and I was driving in my piece of shit Tahoe, and I was like, oh, you know, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try this shit, you know, and I was gonna just do a little tiny pop because you're only supposed to do a little rice pop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Boom," and that fucking thing went in my mouth, and I was like, oh, and I was like, oh shit.
Too late to go back
Well,
now.
I set that fucker down, and I was like, oh shit. And I was like, oh shit. I don't know if I can put it down or what. I was like, this is gonna be all over the fucking place because it's so sticky and shit.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
that shit's terrible.
dude, I took 800.
Bruh.
Milligrams or
Yeah.
Whatever. I looked at the thing the next day. I was psyched. When I got home, I laid on the floor for a half hour, like you said.
Yeah.
I was tripping the fuck out.
Yeah.
I was hearing shit, and I was like, "What the fuck?
What's
is
going
That's
on?
very,
Yes.
very
So you
familiar.
are right.
Very
I-
familiar
Yeah.
to
I
BZ's
fucked up.
story.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I had
that's
one
my
of those,
fatal mistake, right
But
there.
it was a little
I learned my lesson.
edible from the
It hurt.
streets of California. That's why I trusted it. I was like, fuck it, we're in Cali. I don't care.
Fuck it, we're in Cali. I trust it.
I trust it. It was on 420.
Oh, we have that one trusted. Where's that one at?
Oh, there
this
we
is
go.
the one that we got.
Oh,
little
yeah.
sample.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Trust
not
it.
that.
I got a
That
package in a gift bag.
this was the
I was like, what the
pre-fentanyl
hell is
days.
this shit?
This was the pre-fentanyl days.
What is it?
I'm
Tell
telling
me.
you.
You don't give me something I don't have a label on it. Tell me
That-
what
yeah.
Hey, take this. I'm like, what the fuck is this now?
You got some homies that could test it?
Yeah, of course.
There you go.
Yeah, we can go C4 or Love.
See what it
any of
is.
those guys. You know, there's a lot of
Not,
good,
you know.
good companies out there that can
What
test
is
for
this
us.
shit?
So I've used a few of them out there.
Okay. Well, K-Bug, you have some information.
I
Some
have
valuable information.
I have a little bit of information I saw, and I don't. There wasn't a lot of information about there, but I've got my own kind of opinions, and
It matters.
I'm sure you guys might have some opinions in it as well because it affects all of us in this room. But Arizona is going to start doing digital med cards, and that's supposed to start, I think, December 1st. It said.
How does that work?
And from what I read, they're going to basically be emailing out PDF documents. Now, I don't know what you guys know about PDF documents,
know
but they're
shit.
pretty... I could figure out ways to falsify them very easily.
Sure.
Very, very, very easily.
From your phone.
Easily. And that's what they're going to be emailing these out to people. Are they considering like HIPAA compliance with medical records? Would that not fall under
think-
that purview?
No, I just ran into that, by the way, with HIPAA, with my medical records, with something that happened. And I'm not going to get involved with names or anything like that to hurt anybody. But what I will say is, when you read the HIPAA laws, if you give that person the right to take the right to acknowledge and accept that you can pass that medical information from that person to that person, it is legal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the HIPAA
That'll be
law.
part of the...
They would have to sign that just as well as like when you send your delivery service right now, right? And when you guys are doing awesome with that, I think it's freaking amazing. Sunday Goods, right?
Yeah.
And so the same thing when they have to follow regulation too. So it's the same thing as you're going from medical and you're taking money now. So there's issues there where now I might be able to talk to these guys and help them out with their merchant services on e-commerce where you can do it right when you pull up. It's done. And it's now a legal thing that we offer. This is the way to help us out in our industry to get on board with stuff that's education. Like you said, HIPAA, but go ahead. You're right. That's compliance.
Yeah, I mean, and
Sorry.
no, you're
No
for
worries, dude.
sure. These things, like I said, I found limited information about them. The other big thing I have kind of seen here and there is the fact that when the law was written, it's written as having a physical card. And is this change violating that original law? How does that really end up washing out when it's kind of gray? So, I don't know.
Hold on. I just got my card from California and from that website. And the guy called me up. We went over my medical records. I sent my records out.
I saw that.
Compliant to it. And
Yeah.
it was at the party. And the what was it called? The weed strains or wasted strains. At the Wasted Grain. We did that one with Flourish and everybody out there and
Wasted strains.
Abdullah.
Strain.
Hey,
I don't wanna smoke
you
that.
see that? I took this thing right here. I filled that son of a bitch up with 72, and I went. I didn't know that he was off the show, that he wasn't with the show anymore. I was like, bon appetit. And I had all of them sitting out, and people were pulling them out, rolling them up, and smoking them or whatever they wanted. You know, it's just stupid. But it was just him, the purple. That's fun.
tight.
It's just to be fun, you know.
No, there's nothing
But-
wrong with that at all, bro.
Yeah,
It's like an
but
occasion thing.
But so what I was saying is that you can go
Fire
online
up.
and get that,
Fire
and
it
they'll
up.
call you right on the spot.
Yeah,
And it's a real doctor going over your medical records.
I
and
saw that
what's
before.
going on. Yeah.
Before I was gonna get my med card out here, before the whole California thing went wreck,
Right.
I was gonna do that.
But they sent me over certifications.
Yeah.
I had to approve the records to go over again, like you talked
Busting
about,
those open.
right, Kyle? So I did. I agreed to it, and then they sent me over my computer thing, and I showed the picture, and they let me in.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So there's a way to get around it right now if you're interstate from
They're
California
testing
to
it.
here. So
I wonder what the real motive is.
More money.
Uh-huh.
no money.
Well, I guess we're gonna try some KK diamonds.
KK Diamond.
Yeah. Brought to you by the one and only Chris. And he's busting open right now some of Jeffro's pre-rolls. We can get that pop. We can get some of those popping real quick too. Let's try it.
Oh,
I'm down
they
to try.
have names on them, huh? Mr. Purple.
Let's do it.
That's from the that's Humboldt. So
Humboldt?
this is the last of the purple from Humboldt that when I went up on that trip.
Sativa.
Yeah, my buddy got all that from there. Brought back 15. I think we had. I don't know. We had some weight with us, and I just started giving it out. To
How does
help
this
heal
work,
people.
sativa? Tell me that. Like, are there certain terpenes in here? Like
Within the hemp side of it on CBD sativa, it would be
Okay. I don't know too much about that. What else we got here? Same. Everything's the same.
Yep, all the
Okay,
same.
okay.
These are all the last ones, and this is the last bit of it here, and then
Are these for everybody?
yeah.
I give everybody one. Awesome.
Let's roll one.
Yeah. Here you go. There you go.
Holy.
Thank you.
Well,
And then those were tested.
that's fantastic, bro. That
That's
KK.
why I give them out. They were tested by C4 too.
Oh, word.
Oh, really?
Yep, and it was 21.6% and like 1 point something on the THC side. So that's why I just give them out.
That's good, man.
So
You're a good dude, man. Fuck yeah. That's dope.
Good.
Go ahead and try that KK.
God.
I think you just turned
Shut
the
it
temp.
I think it's actually
It's
just-
still,
it
it's
is
still
vibrated.
good. It's still good. I
It's
would
still
say
cooking.
So. Yeah.
While everyone's testing that out, I do got to give a quick message from our sponsors over at Phoenix Relief Center. They're located on 6330 South 35th Avenue, Suite 104. That's basically 35th Avenue in Southern. Make sure you check them out. They have deals on the daily. Kyle just got socked
Sorry,
up. No, you're
That's
good.
that KK.
You just got socked up. It's doing its purpose there. Is it dead still? Oh, no, you got it. Hey, there it goes.
This is the mess.
I know I grabbed it and it.
I really like that aura.
Yeah, bro.
Thank you, Chris.
Did you bring your vaping
That was
pen?
really good. It's tasty. Thank you.
I do have that.
Oh.
Only just because
Tell
of
us
it.
about
Yeah.
tell us about that one now.
Yeah, earlier.
Where'd you get that at?
Through a secret connection. that I
Secret
have.
source.
You know, the
Secret
universe
Santa.
blesses me all the time. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank
Or
you.
madam.
He dropped the mic.
I do gotta let you guys know about PRC's daily deals. They're on point. They're on point. They got free weed Monday. You get a free pre-roll with every eighth you purchase. Most of their flour is Sunday goods, so it's bomb as fuck. They also
How does everything
carry-
come so full circle like that?
You know what I'm saying?
They carry grow science.
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that too.
Nectar
Farms,
yeah.
I think.
So I definitely would check
But I
them
usually
out.
get most of
Yeah,
the stuff
well,
I get
yeah.
there is Sunday goods.
They gave their samples away. Nectar.
Oh, did you hit it?
at the,
Yes,
Oh.
like
our
bam,
last
bam.
event.
Yeah, my bad. Shit. I just making sure. Chris, do you have Q-tips on you? I know you do.
What? I do,
Do not.
have one
One left.
more.
Kyle
And I have
does.
alcohol wipes.
There we go.
I've got a regular one.
Hey,
Here we go.
check this out.
Wow.
Ooh,
Well, I'm gonna give it to you so we can load up
damn.
some more shit. We can try the diamonds that we've had cooking too.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Tuesday, they have the 5-gram sampler for $25. You get 5 grams, and you can get it either indica, sativa, hybrid, or you can get a mixed. They come in tubes, and in these tubes they give you 5 individual little tubes of grams. $25, unlimited, whatever your allotment can handle.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I want my
yeah.
allotment to go up, to be honest with you.
Yo, oh, bro, I have to tell you guys something
It is going
on
up.
why you should save your allotment. There's something big going on at PRC. I have to tell you.
Oh.
Give me 1 second. Wax Wednesday. Get 4 grams of shatter for just $80, and their shatter it's reputable.
Okay.
It's not that boo brown shatter. You're getting that gold,
That gold.
that crisp, that shit that's shatter, but when you pull it out, it's wax. That real shatter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel you.
You call it Thursday. 20 plus strains. All their strains, $25 an eighth. All of it.
Everything.
Well, except for Nectar Farms and Grow Sciences like that.
But everything on their menu.
But everything on their menu.
What?
All their Sunday goods. Yes, sir. Free Fall Friday. All tiers drop down 1.
Holy
Drop down
shit.
what?
that is-
All their tiers,
Uh-huh.
they drop down 1.
Oh.
So the price for the top tier will drop down to the one below it.
So what about the lowest tier?
The lowest one is
Free.
might as well be, huh? Might as well be. No, I think like the lowest eighth they have is literally like $20-25.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But I'm just saying like the shit above it drops down.
Yeah.
It's fire. Sweet Saturday. You spend 60, 100, or 150 on edibles and get a free pre-roll or eighth on selected flower.
That's a good deal.
So you drop 60 fucking bucks on edibles, which is easy.
Not just 60. 60 fucking bucks.
60 fucking brutos.
How many pesos?
Man, I'm,
Huh?
what is it?
Google
like,
that.
You got
What is this one?
Hey Siri.
what is it? $6 for every peso?
This is this one?
I think.
What was the other thing that I was stabbing?
I think it's still.
Oh.
Would you
milking
put
around.
some more, something fresh in there? Or that's still the KK?
It's still,
Ooh-wee.
KK.
And last but not least, mix and match Sunday. Buy 3, get 1 free eighth.
Okay, that's tomorrow.
That is.
Are they having any deals on Monday?
Right.
Is-
Yeah, Monday is
anything
free
s-
weed Monday. They have
For
Do
the
they have
holiday,
anything
though?
specifically for Veterans Day?
for Veterans Day. You know what?
Hoorah.
My man Alex didn't give me any info, but I will have some before Monday. By Monday, I will have some info. But Black
Check the
Friday,
gram.
Black Friday is buy an ounce, get an ounce for a penny.
What?
On God,
So what?
buy an ounce, get an ounce for a penny.
I remember when someone did those canisters.
Then that'll be
Remember
a
those
line.
canisters,
That's
those
selling
lockbox things?
Bruh.
Like that? That's dope.
They're selling out. If you got your allotment, they're selling out.
So
Not if you're.
So you,
Not
that, wait,
if
hold on,
you're the
hold on,
gang.
hold on,
Yeah.
So wait, so that's on Black Friday,
on
which
Black
is
Friday.
November 29th, which is my birthday, which is
My son's
they better just
birthday.
put something to the side for me.
Bruh, that was the only deal that
Yeah.
like really I could
My son's
remember,
birthday is
but they
29th.
have like buy one get ones on.
It's Keaton.
I think. Damn. I don't want to name drop. So I'm gonna get the flyer, but just to get y'all hyped to save your allotment, that buy one fucking ounce get one for a penny. That's gold. And if it's your first time, I mean. if you
What do they
decide-
do for that?
Bruh, buy one, get one on the entire store. Doesn't matter what it is. And you can get up to an ounce of flour.
Wait.
So if you buy an ounce of flour, you get an ounce of flour for free on your
What
first
about If I
time.
buy an ounce of shatter,
You get an ounce of shatter for free.
damn.
On your
Wait,
allotment?
on
On
Shatter?
your allotment.
Yeah.
On
your
anything
allotment,
in the
if you
store.
get Anything in the store.
On anything in the
They
store.
don't have a max on Shatter?
Well,
He hasn't told me about no max. Bruh, I'll triple confirm. I'll triple.
I've done an ounce from.
Yeah, they sell ounces.
Yeah, they just give you 24 just jars individual ones.
That is crazy. I mean, that is so weird.
Mm-hmm.
It feels
Some
like it's like, why
fucking
can't you
some
just give me a
dispensary was
freaking
selling
jar?
slabs.
Why can't you give me a
freaking
jar?
parchment paper.
Well, some
want
out
a
by
jar
my
of
house
shit.
they
Yeah,
were
how
selling
much you lose
slabs.
trying to put it all together
Oh,
into one?
what?
Yeah.
What the
Damn, you never knew.
I'm not name dropping right now though. Yeah,
I'm
I
not
can't name drop
dropping
right
it.
now.
I didn't say nothing. I'm just
Not
saying
yet.
that I'd prefer a nice fat jar coming at me at an ounce. I want to see it.
Likewise.
And with that top,
Bruh,
you can look to
It's
the top.
all Sunday goods
And it-
though,
and
so
magnifies that
it's
shit?
fire, dude. Oh yeah, with the fucking light and the
Fuck
little
yeah.
magnifying glass.
Oh my gosh, that's
I
so
love that
cool.
shit.
That is dope.
To the dispensaries that take their time to get those jars, we appreciate
Thank you.
them for real. It's very like
It makes
beneficial for
sense.
us. Yeah,
And, we
and
get
they
to
got some
show-
little holes to
helps
smell
you
it.
show off your product.
Oh
So
yeah.
every time someone sees it and you light that up and it says like, I would see it like yours would be like within the light, it's glazed within the glass. It
Oh,
says
yeah.
Pura.
Yeah, we do
And you
want
would
to
go
start
inside?
doing bulk of our RSO.
So every time you magnify it, you'd see
Yeah.
that right
This
through.
is
It'd be
good.
beautiful.
yeah.
That's
Just a
that.
selling tip. I think it would be really
Those
cool for you
little
guys.
rolls.
That's what we all.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, before we get on to you, Jeffro, let's test another pure product out.
Let's do the. Did you try the gelato yet?
Have not.
Oh, that's the one you gotta try.
Oh shit.
It's with the blue here.
Okay.
Gelato.
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 I'm going in on the
Gelato's
gelato,
always-
guys.
Good one.
Yeah, it definitely has a little bit of the creaminess, and then I just got a little bit of citrus the last time I tried it.
I will say while he's doing that, and I told you this before, but I want to get it on air.
Mm-hmm.
I got one of the Your Larry OG ones,
Mm-hmm.
and I had it for a little while, and it's basically dead. But I got a drip Larry OG one, and I had enough left in this to kind of head-to-head them,
Mm-hmm.
and the flavor in yours was, sorry to say, drip, much better.
Yeah.
And I'm, to me, when you can start
Did you
trying,
try that?
I'm going to when I'm done talking.
Holy fuck. Well, I just don't know if
But
you've tried it
no,
ahead
when
of
you,
time.
I have not tried that one before. I tried the Larry
That was not gone
OG.
yet?
No.
Oh, cool. All right.
No, and I have a
I
bunch.
hit
You
it
guys
first.
can try
I've
them
tried a
all.
bunch of different ones.
We
I
have
got
another
Jack
bomb.
Straw. You guys can even hit them out of the pen. if
But
you
the
want.
one- the
You don't
one-
have to
I
do
like
the
the
whole
dab
thing
tab
with the
better.
Try that.
I know,
Oh, here
but
you go, man.
Bruh.
this is Blackberry
I'm
Kush.
But yeah, the head-to-head,
What's your favorite?
By
hands
far
down,
pure.
I
What's
was
your
by
favorite?
far pure on that.
Yeah, the blackberry. You already
The
said it.
blackberry, yeah,
call
but
it.
but it's probably not a lot of people's because it's really fruity. So I know guys don't like the fruity
Yeah,
a lot.
that has to be like
Raw.
Jack
sativa.
Straw. Okay.
I have to tell
Yeah,
you
it is
guys
a
about
sativa.
that
I'm so high, I
gelato.
cannot see shit right now.
I
It is
know.
absolutely what you said it was. The creaminess, it's on point, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's
This is the
terpy
reverse
as
now.
fuck.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I prefer the dab cap more than anything is because
You can
of the
taste it.
terps you
Yeah.
can taste.
That is very true.
Because when you're going straight up with this shit, it's hot. It's
Yeah.
really hot.
Yeah.
So it's like you're getting the burnt end. So when you dab cap it and it can cycle through the water and it comes in clean, it's like, whoo.
That is
It's a flavor blast, bro.
That's
Yeah,
fire.
people a lot of the dab caps aren't as popular. I think in the cannabis community, everybody knows about them because we
yeah.
see them at events. But when patients see them, their minds are still blown.
Oh man.
But they make them here. Did everyone know that?
Yeah, I
They
did.
make those here in Scottsdale, the dab caps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're local.
So shout out local companies.
For real, for real.
Well,
On the
thank
game.
you for supporting that.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what we've tried to do.
Yeah, man. Dude, how's that hemp bomb?
Lovely.
Let me tap yours.
Here's the Jack Straw.
Oh man, I'm going all over it. Bang, bang. Mr.
Is that
Jeffro.
gelato?
So tell us about Jefro Kush, man. Oh, his mind is blown. You tried it?
No, I just now hit my Jeffro, so I was like, I was saying, it's like if you are smoking and you're really high and you want to calm down, it's like perfect just to light up for a second, pass it. When you're done, set it down. It'll go out and you can light it again. But when you take a couple hits, I like to let it settle in for a second, and then I'm gonna hit this son of a biscuit. So if you
Wow.
want to hit it first, and then I'll hit it after. 'cause
Bruh.
I just hit that
Take your
CBD.
time.
This right here Yeah.
I like that. That relaxed me. That kinda
This is
relaxed
great.
me too.
I'm not even lying.
And Jordan don't like smoking CBD.
I hate CBD. I do. I don't like the way it tastes. I don't
Apparently
think it
you
has.
found one that is not.
The only
terrible.
CBD that I truly really fuck with is CBD. I really like her woke. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It like since I haven't had it.
But not smoking flower.
Yeah. Tinctures and shit is okay.
Yeah, I
but
don't
the
know.
flower version. But this dude, this is good. This is phenomenal. And like when you were talking about it and you said it's good to hit and then like pass it, it is, bro. Like I'm about to pass it right now. But like I can feel it. I can feel it just yeah. If I can tell you what that feeling feels like, it's just like it's like a blanket. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
No, dude, this is good. Watch. So tell us about it. Like, just tell us about Jefro Kush in general, man. Like how it started, how it was born, and like.
I was my buddy basically got out of the hospital. He had a one of those hernias. You remember Will?
Oh.
She got a dip.
Oh, you got a dip.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not a problem.
Okay.
Here, we'll take a super quick commercial break. We'll break into Jefro. But yeah, that's
Sorry,
fine.
I don't want to interrupt.
No, you're
No,
good.
that's
You're good. Let's take a
Hey.
quick commercial break.
Yeah. Turn me up a little bit. Thank you. My bad, nigga just took a dab of that tangerine. Choking off them orange pills. I'm ready. Black hoodie, dog streets is no gooder. My niggas flip plenty and roll goodies. Situation deeper than my last piece of pussy. He don't make you script when he rob you, he a rookie. Pants off, pause dog, but really strip. Half the city lick, they bragging to a filthy bitch. Can't even run the credit, but she can run her lips. She insecure, she want protection, nigga, I'm her pimp. Wayne Brady choke a bitch, I need my percent. Go to the gym and I don't lift, but got a lot of strength. Get me in your presence, let me show you that I got a gift. I make moves, get the picture like a Tumblr gift. I be on that dumb shit, and even dumber shit. I'm talking polo shorts with the 450 under it. Wall ready, got bands, where your drummer went. Been through hell, I deal dope like a rubber dick. Pose.
What's next?
Yo, what's good, everybody? We are back, and we're here with Jefro. He's got some goodies here. We've been taking down piece by piece, one by
Some
one.
cones.
Some cones. We're
Jeffros.
smoking sauce, diamonds.
Yep.
But Jefro, yeah, man, let's talk about you. How did this thing come to life? Jefro's Kush.
It was basically on the gentleman I was with. Not to get into all the details, but we had come up with a name, and then we had started working with again a gentleman making our stuff for us. And then when it came about to make our stuff, actually I was selling CBD Wellness. I was buying it at what was I doing? Harvest.
There you go.
And Harvest had CBD Wellness there, and they had some issues going on. And I met the original formulator's wife, that was one of the bud tenders there. Basically, she gave us all the information inside of Harvest. So she was telling me that they had some problems going on and trying to find with their company. So I was like, well, I'm not going to promote the product anymore, because I was selling it to I gave it to my family back home. My aunts tried it; they loved it. They never tried CBD before.
Yeah.
And so at that time, when you started, people start feeling someone else's product and understand that there's something that you can touch, it doesn't mean that that's a bad product at all. And I never said that.
Excuse me.
I thought the product was amazing, because it's the first one I really liked, But then when I started my own thought process of how I can make it after I found out, what was going on, I had to stop using that for the formula, okay?
Yeah.
And instead of doing that route,
Bang.
it's the weed.
You know it is.
Holy moly.
Holy Holy shit, that is so
You
good.
need that? Are you
Jesus
good?
H. Crikey.
Done. I'm just gonna look at this while I'm sitting here. Sorry about that.
Oh, that was perfect.
It was a weed break.
That was a definite break.
So,
Well, anyways, so when I found that out, I went over to another gentleman, and obviously you heard us talk about Piro when I didn't know that at the time she was formulating anything or like that. They weren't doing creams, so she basically went off of a board I had written up, and then they made a formula kind of like what I was looking for, like a type. So that was my very first Jefro Kush cream that came out, and that's when we started really pushing it. And then we had marketing going really good. I had a really solid, good team, and we had all of our AdWords up. We had pretty much doing really well. I was pushed to put my new product out when I found out that my first initial product was wrong, that he didn't put in the proper amount of CBD in it.
Yeah.
I shut it down. I gave all my product over to a nonprofit called Creative Drill Sergeants.
Oh, okay.
And they asked me to be on the board as the director of the Holistic and Wellness Program. So then I took that and they put me on the board, and that was, I don't remember exactly when, a couple years ago or something or more.
Yes, sir.
With Gina and the crew, that's Mitchell and everybody that's out there that helping out our mission. With the music and the vet programs that we have. They have a Vets Jam band, so you can go in and jam out, and go out there and try it out. And if you like to play music and you're a vet and you want to get out there, you have an option to go somewhere and utilize that. And that's our outlets that we offer with the real mics, real studios, real sound room.
Wow.
That's really cool.
And that's in her garage because of their financial situation and family. They lost their office, and now we're looking for a new office, and that's why I was talking to you guys about, like, we have an opportunity to take a couple places right now, and
Okay.
one of them is just south of the VA,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's 3818 North Indian School. There's a lot that has a bunch of offices in it, and we can do processing and everything within one hub, and we all can work together, and we all take our own office and get our own shit done. You got your studio in there, we got our stuff, you got everyone can collaborate where it's an open forum where
like
you
that.
sign NCNDs, you cover your asses, all get legaled up, and we all put in together where we all win.
I'm down.
And so when you get a community coming together like you guys have coming, which I appreciate you guys putting in here, I really do. I
Appreciate
really
you
do.
coming.
We're supposed to be messengers.
Yeah.
Charlie Barker, that got me involved with the copper when I went out there and dumped that line, and I said F, the E dude that burned me a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's okay. We got to let things go. Bygones be bygones, dude. It's okay now. But it got me and led to my mission to actually go in to Colorado. And I went to Eaton, Colorado, and I bought a kilo. And when I went to Eaton, Colorado, I was explaining to a lady on a bus, and her husband had just had a brand new baby, that I asked her if she had the dry milk syndrome. And she said she actually did. And I was really open with her. And I said, have you ever tried CBDs before, cannabidiol? And she says, no, what is it? And I said, well, I'm Jefro. Here's my card. I'm Jarret St. Amand. And I said, what it does is if you put it on your breast, it's going to help absorb and it's going to help the mammary gland expand. You know what I mean? Because it takes away the anti-inflammatory so that you don't have that problem anymore, and it starts reproducing a healthier milk. So all of a sudden, everyone's captivated looking at me, I guess. I don't know. I'm just telling them, Mom, something, And then all of a sudden, boop, Charlie Barker's sitting next to me with the copper dude, and then that's when I started doing it. We went off the chains with our company a little bit.
Yeah.
We come up with a new formula with this other guy, Freddie, and we started really doing all that big push now. That's where it came into the big push for our company. And then we got hammered. I mean, we got freaking shut down like you wouldn't believe. All of our accounts got shut off. I lost all of the loot that was going in. We the Google ads, everything shut us down because CBD, they had just passed the law. They were saying that now we have a problem with CBD because it's still Schedule 1.
Yeah.
And then I lost basically everything. I even went on Amazon and sold the first CBD alkaline water when I was working with this other gentleman and his wife. I sold the first CBD water with Amazon, so that was kind of cool. I sold 5 bottles.
Oh shit.
And they shut it down.
Wow.
They closed me down because it had CBD. And so just telling you that the stigma out there is still there, and we have to use the hemp word now, and then you have to basically base it as industrial hemp.
Yeah.
So that you have it hemp direct, so you're legal.
So yeah, just wordplay.
Yep. So that's it. And so ever since then, it's been my electric company and all that was going. I was doing all right, and I was working for some of the biggest companies in Berkshire Hathaway contracts with BG Builders, and we had some issues on my contracts. My guys pulled some wrong wire. Another guy clipped some stuff at another job, and the money just went, and I crumbled. My wife was taking some loot from me, lost couple $100,000. Over the period, we lost probably $300 and some $1,000, $400,000. So, pity woo, whatever. I just tried to do my best, and I decided to put my time into learning from what Charlie told me is just be a messenger.
Yeah.
And that's where it comes back to is now I don't really give a shit about the money. I care more about how we can help more people right now in life and get them forward by giving them one little 10. So we're doing this thing through our nonprofit, Creative Jewel Store. It's called Botanicals, and we're going to be buy one, give one.
Okay.
And it's going to be, you can brand it yourself and, whatnot. And then I make it all. We're going to be at our processing facility right now. We're talking about that property.
Yes, sir.
Opening opportunities for everyone to be able to utilize that product line and utilize that kitchen we make. It's something as a community where everyone can come in and make what they want to make to have something fun as a DIY kitchen. And I think it's...
You're going to have a kitchen in there?
We're going to have a kitchen in there. I want everything to be together where we can come together and bring this on, man.
You hear this, bro?
So
I heard you.
This is a way that
if you're looking for anyone to make edibles, I am about to get a degree for being a pastry chef.
That's dope.
No shit. In May, I'll be done.
Yeah. Well, I got shout outs. I'm trying to do a DIY program in March where we can go out there and do either go the unexpected like we talked about and run that kind of a series where we can all go and volunteer our knowledge to that DIY event.
Yeah.
And we bring in volunteers that can educate and watch these kids, help kids educate, on wood projects or, whatever, gardening for kids. So kids can educate how to do tomatoes and, make whatever, grow you want to grow grapes and you can teach them how to grow grapes and how you'd set it up, Bringing cultures in that are different. I've been around the world twice, okay? And I've seen a lot around, and it's beautiful if we open our eyes. And I want people to open their eyes like I'm trying to open my eyes.
Yeah.
Because I've made some fucked up mistakes. I've done some wrong shit. I'm not the most perfect man. But I can forgive myself, and I can grow from what I've done wrong, and I can look forward on those people that I may have harmed. And I say sorry to those families and those people. Because I don't want to be that man that has that look like, why are you here trying to act like you're getting something when all I'm trying to do is give? And I think if we can start giving more, it reminds me of Mr. Rogers. Do you know he's a Marine?
Oh, he was?
And all he did was charity for kids, and they never found anything about him but giving up to the family, and no one could understand why. Because he wanted to educate those kids for future. He was trying to build their strength up as young kids to give them education. No one really thinks about the passion that people put in because we served our country and went to war. I'm a combat action vet in Somalia, dude. That's point, man. I had to go through some shit. I had to watch bullets go across. I had to do some things. We all get in situations. So how can you take that scenario and bring it back home and use that instead of hurt and that hurt I did before with fighting and anger and beating everyone up and act like that was something special when really it was degrading myself as a man. And it takes a long time to figure out how to believe yourself again and believe that you can go to events and try to learn from those events that taught you how to take triggers and breathe, and how to teach another veteran that can learn how to breathe through an occasion where maybe your wife had a tragic accident or trauma, and you don't know how to deal with that trauma with your wife because maybe she was raped and she didn't want to express that to you because she was afraid and she didn't think you would ever open up to her. But when you really said, hey, you can tell me anything, I love you, man, and I'm here for your heart, and then you give that information, it's because everyone's afraid. It's fear. Everyone's afraid to give up that little bit of information because they're afraid that something might go wrong, and all of a sudden the whole world knows and you can't expose yourself because you're afraid. And guess what? I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of anything anymore. And that, by that saying that, it means I can go and create things that is so fucking beautiful to me. Yeah. This is my passion now. I gave up my electric company. Everything. I went down to nothing for humility to go travel and see what the problems are, like I said. I got to meet people that are working with the CEOs right now and the developing teams right now. They're building 800 square foot apartments right now out of hempcrete.
That's dope.
They bring a
That's so cool.
They bring a house out and they build it right there and they put it up on a thing and they crane it and drop it onto the hempcrete base, and it's all vertical.
Wow.
It is dope. They can do 2 stories. They can run it up 800 feet. 2 stories. And so I'm just saying that there are ways that we can start creating a dynamic together by having minds like this and talking about community and bringing it back together where we're not just talking about a veteran. I mean, is everybody a veteran here?
No.
So
No.
we're communicating right now by bonding with 2 vets right now that are talking to, these guys right here that are a bond. And this is what we're supposed to get. And then what do we get from this? How do you outlay your next step? And that's part of the plan that we set up through Creative Drill Sergeants. That's why we're going with OHOP charity. That's why we're working with these programs right now. The VCCF for the veteran farms. They're all combat action vets farming. There's only 6 or 7 of them. You go on their website, they're only guys farming 15 acres. So and that soil balance I was telling you about.
Yeah.
He called me. He's like, bro, I am fucked. He's like, I just showed up my fucking farm and holy shit, he had weeds all around it. He sent me pictures and he says, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do about it. I'm like, all right, hold on. I was like, I'm gonna get a hold of my buddy Jay. Jay's hooked me up with Steve, and he works with Kind Roots.
Yeah.
And so I can get him to get on. One of these guys let me call. Jay didn't answer, right? And I said, hey, he didn't answer. I got a call from Steve, and I'm like, hey, Steve's on. He's like, oh fuck, think, bro. And I said, Steve, this is my buddy Gino, Steve. I'm muting myself, and I went. I shut my phone on mute, or whatever. And they went at it, and he told him exactly what to do, man. And he's
That's
like, thank
tight.
you very much. He hung up the phone. They got off the thing. Gino called me back, and he's like, dude, you fucking rock. And he's like, we are already on our way right now. And he's like, thanks, Jefro. And everyone's in the fucking car. They're going to fucking Home Depot to go buy backhoes.
Oh, okay.
And they went and backhoed 15 fucking acres.
Holy
It took them a week. So if that's not fucking putting time and heart into something, man, you tell me what those vets are doing right there. All combat action. You can go. I'll show you the link later. Hemp for Warriors Project. I brought that in and I asked if they would come on board and help us. The same way we talked about trying to get soil balance in Brian, their product, or maybe they can donate to our nonprofits.
Yeah.
That we come together as a community for.
For
I
sure.
need a voice that's a nonprofit, right?
Yeah.
We offer studios. We have people that are producing right now. We have a lot of good shit going on that I have that I probably couldn't even tell in this, like you said, this time, because it's crazy, but it's also all part of the plan. Merchant accounts, who can get that? I can. So now you've got an outlet to go get a merchant e-commerce account right now on a real bank. So when you can have outlets like this, it's because you gave something. I went to the Halloween Fest and helped out for Steve and Jake and Taylor and Nikki and all those people that helped out and contributed to that. Man, it takes an awful lot to run an event.
Yeah, it does.
And we got to give props to those people that are kicking ass to help out with those things, because I donated a hell of a lot of time, and it was well said. I saw a lot of things I didn't like, and I saw a lot of things I liked.
Yeah.
So it really is creative to look at it when I was just a volunteer.
Yeah.
So now I got to sit back and look at the problems they had, because that's what I do. I'm a solution-based person. And where did I go? Right back to Julie and said, you got electrical issues, and this is what happened, and this is why, and this is what I can do to help out. And then I got a guy that didn't have any work. He's got some work. He's trying to stay busy, and I'm like, go get a job. And I looked him up, I hooked him up, and now he's working. Now he's got money coming in to go helping him, and I lined it out. So now the next time the event goes up there, she has the proper lighting that she wanted, and people have power. Vaping was stuck. They didn't have power. They had to move their booth. We had Mojave there, high grade. They were popping breakers and stuff, and they're trying to do the dab contest with 6 rigs, and that it's crazy, because that's a lot of power, and no one thinks about that when they're throwing a big event, and they don't realize the power that's pulled off these coils and whatnot. And so we have to know what she needs.
Yeah.
And I contracted for so long. I've been an electrician since '98, so I know my shit.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, let's do this, and this is what's going to save you money, and I love you because you're a vet. That's what we do. And then she shot me $200 for consulting and setting everything up and helping her with the event. The American Legion event was a 100-year anniversary.
Fuck.
Hedden said I can go down to the studio and he'll draw the exact same ones for me, paint them up for me for the same price. I'm like, well, shit, I don't have the money. But he offered it. Said I can get those paintings from someone to donate to us and have him do those paintings. We can put that on a raffle, and we can raffle for the vets. Those are like $50,000 paintings. So I'm donating what I was offered now to our community to say, who's going to donate that money to have me and meet me with the studio of Hedden. We go down there as a group right now, and we talk to him. We get lined up because I already got it hooked up, and we can go down to his studio, and he will paint our stuff live, and we can do a live feed right from his shop on your show. How cool would that be? You get to get Hedden drawn 3 huge paintings. One is Smokey Robinson that went for, I raised that sucker up. I had that guy bid. I was the only veteran bid, and the guy wasn't even a vet. His name's Alexander's Automotive or something like that. He gave me his card, and he's like, call me up. And he had one signed. And he then they had Smokey Robbins, Ray Charles, and who was the other one? Jimi Hendrix. And so I think that was it. I can't remember. But anyways, so the point being that would be a donation. He would draw the same ones, whatever were there. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And we could go there and have some fun with that.
That'd be tight.
So that's an option to go meet a good guy that's out there trying to go out and show people what's going on if you've ever seen him before. Okay. And that's the way we contribute back to the community by donating that, from that, giving it out to somebody, to a charity that's going to help our nonprofits all benefit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So and also help pay for studio time and whatnot too, because that would come out of the profits of trying to help pay for our time and gas and
all that.
Listen, man, this
Traveling.
is all about the plan.
Hell yeah.
That's within our scope of HempForWarriorsProject.org. It's h4wp.org. That is a route right into saying, what can we do for farming? How can we get involved, and what knowledge do we need? Where do we get our information? We have Cannabis for Vets too, on a nonprofit. It's all about education.
That's tight.
So we're just trying to communicate with education and give it out as far as we can. If there's a way that we can push those avenues on a regular basis. I also have one of my partners on my JKC International. She runs a network. She was given a network to run all her channels on, so we could stream across 2.2 million people or some shit. And she has I have a whole packet that she gave me, and I asked her to one-line it. Nobody wants confusion. Make it easy for me to see, please, because we've been in this too long. Nobody wants clutter. So make it simple. So she simplified it. She went back. She came in and she put that page together, and now I can offer that page to people when I go out and say, hey, what do you want for networking? Will this fit your needs? And how can I fit you in on your hour? And how much do you want fed? And how many people do you want to see? Okay, so these are another thing. So now you got merchant accounts, you got farming, you got rehabilitation, because Hemp for Warriors Project is about wellness, training, and education. We bring like West Mech type people in and say, charity, we want to get a charity event here where you bring in your charity as you train us. And that's their charity. So they can write that time off at their corporate commission. They get to save money now for helping a nonprofit. Okay, so it's a write-off. So everybody wins. They get the write-off. We get the charity from them educating us that we need the education. I need to know how to weld. I don't know how to weld. I welded before. It sucks. It's hard. I don't know how to fucking weld.
Yeah.
Feed what? I'm like, what the fuck are you feeding?
Yeah.
Shit's shooting out. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh, fuck. I'm dead. Shit. Oh, shit. So, I'm hanging up on conveyors up on the UPS, doing conveyor welding and shit with a mask that keeps fucking opening on me when I'm trying to close it and shit. It's like, you're on the edge. And dude, it's crazy. So I've done some crazy shit. I've been on top of the Bank of America building doing electrical across that thing for years on end. And the guy that tried to sue me at the Arizona Corporate Commission from an old contract, I proved everything. I won all the cases with no money. And he ended up calling me again and wanting to get involved in this industry because he sees there's a lot of turbulence in the partnering and stuff like that in this industry with THC and doing dispensary problems and licensing issues with people jumping licenses, and people are screwing people because the real licensee can tell everyone to fuck off and they can't do nothing about it because they went to court and they said, you're going to lose. There's no way to win. No matter what contract you signed, he's a license holder and he has rights and you don't because you're off the license. It's his numbers. It's his word. Too bad.
crazy.
I have
It's
a great book
bullshit.
for you to read. It's called The Go-Giver. You should read this book. It's perfect for you. You know, I've read it. It's the 5 Laws of Stratospheric Success. So check it out. I
What's
gotta
it
get
called
going
again?
though. The Go-Giver.
Go giver.
Go
The
giver.
The Go-Giver.
Go
Yeah.
giver.
I like. I
It
really.
seems
Send me
perfect
it,
for
please.
you though. You know, especially with what you're doing. But hey, I gotta get going, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Yeah,
gonna. Yeah,
We're gonna. We gotta.
Yeah, we're
wrap.
gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
We'll wrap it
Sorry
up real
about that.
quick. No, you're Jeffro. That was amazing, dude. Like there was so much information in there that I think needed to be heard. Like you said, we're messengers, and the message that you gave was amazing, dude. Like everything you're doing for the community is needed, and you were absolutely right. Like that's not really expressed a lot in this community, and it's not shown. And then
I
we-
appreciate it. It's not that you're like.
It's expressed
looking
a lot,
for it.
but it's not actually followed through. I feel like.
True.
I think that we
You
can
know what
get
I'm
together
saying?
more.
Everybody's talking about
Yeah.
love.
For clout.
Doing
Doing it. Yeah,
But anyway, we gonna wrap.
But no, we really appreciate you for real for coming through.
Well, it was nice to see you too, Chris. I'm like, this is unexpected because we just talked. You're like, hey, I want to be up there next month or something like that. And I'm like, oh, that's dope, man. I'm like, all right. And then I pulled up and he's walking in. I'm like, what synergy do we have? So this is beautiful, man. Thank you guys so much.
It's all
love.
making new relationships.
It's beautiful.
Well, let's do some quick shout outs real quick. Go ahead, Jeffro.
I'm going to shout out to my kids, Cameron and Keaton, and Rose and Damien, Jaden, Sensi, all these different people that are out there in the community right now. Shout out to your young kids that need to know that they need education too.
Hell yeah.
And they're there. I hear them every day. They're talking. So don't forget about our youth, okay? That's important. And think about culture. What can you learn from someone else? Push it on and say hi to a vet.
Say hi to a vet. On God. Okay, but
Shout out to all the vets because I mean I am one, but I respect all of you to the deepest. And shout out to all the listeners in general and my family.
Amen.
Chris.
Shout out to Hippy Life, of course. Thank you guys for having me all the time.
Shout out to
I
you,
appreciate
nigga. You always
guys.
coming through,
Yeah,
blowing
I
our
love hanging
brains
You
out.
I
always-
love hanging out.
you
bro, bringing
always
some
welcome.
stuff.
Always
Fucking
come
fun,
through,
man.
blowing our brains
I
out.
enjoy
You
it,
brought some
man.
fire, that's for sure. Man.
Bruh.
Damn.
Bruh.
Jesus. Shout out to Nevada. Jesus.
Man, shout out to the industry.
Good God.
we're
Word,
here,
word.
you know, making money, doing good things. And,
We're together.
shout out to the universe, bro. Let's
Fuck.
go, right? We're here
Hell yeah.
living.
Hell yeah.
Living.
Thank you.
Huh?
Hippie life.
And big shout out really to everybody that has purchased any Hippie Life merchandise.
Pumping merch.
If you have
Homegirl at
not,
work loves that hoodie.
that shit's, it's an
Hey, you
upgrade
guys got
from last
hoodies,
year's.
huh? It's getting cold too.
Oh yeah, bruh. Hold up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I'm getting cold.
So yeah, man, if you don't have anything yet, you can hit us up on Instagram, but I suggest going to hippielifeent.com. Everything that is available is up. We're working on getting more stuff up. It'll be up actually by the time you hear this. So there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's been a blast. Thank you, Jeffro, again for coming through.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Really much. Hippie life, you guys. Chris, love you, man.
Love you
It was
too, man.
beautiful to see you today. This is great because we have a lot to do.
Oh yeah,
Let's talk.
let's get to work. K-Bug, Jeffro, Chris, Young Hippie, we out.
Peace.